Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's case, I'm going to be talking to you about is the Samantha Lezark case. So Samantha Lezark was a 28-year-old employee at a local grocery store in Wichita Falls. This was in Texas. She discovered that her marriage was in shambles because of her husband's infidelity. After she separated from her high school sweetheart husband, Samantha turned to online dating to try and find love. Reports showed that she had been conversing with so many people on different chatting platforms. She had last talked to her mother on January the 5th, 2003. The next day, on January the 6th, the Wichita Falls authorities received a very distressed call that was from Samantha's friend, who had just discovered Samantha dead in her upstairs bedroom. A medical examiner conducted an autopsy on Samantha's body and determined the cause of death to have been strangulation by a coaxial cable bound around the neck that had been 3 times and tied in a square knot formation. There was additionally a head injury which had been made by a fire extinguisher, originally discovered with blood on it. The report said that contusions forms that was on Samantha's head were aligned with being hit by the fire extinguisher. The detective assigned to Samantha's case brought in a technician and gave directions to collect evidence for DNA and some fingerprint analysis tests. The coaxial cable was tested for a palm print that matched a man called Christopher Kyle Russell. His DNA also showed up in samples that had been collected from the fire extinguisher. Christopher Russell is turned out as a widower who had connected with Samantha through an online chatting platform. The then 21-year-old MSU student's wife had just died just a few weeks before he started talking to Samantha. He told her how he wanted to leave Nebraska and return to the Wichita Falls. Samantha had told her mother about Russell, and the last time Samantha talked to her, Samantha said that Russell was there at her home. According to Samantha's mother, Christopher had never shown any willingness to meet Samantha's friends, recounting the time her daughter died. Samantha's mother had additionally said, quote, "Then I know another friend had tried to call her after 9 and she didn't answer and never returned his call. So that's when we all thought it was weird and out of character for her." The investigation that followed had revealed how Samantha had indulged in an online dating game and how that had ultimately led her to her death. Christopher Russell was arrested after his DNA was found on a bloody fire extinguisher and his palm prints were discovered on the coaxial cable that was used to strangle Samantha. However, it took the officers involved in the case tremendous efforts to try and zero in on Russell. This was mostly due to the extensive history of chats and conversations Samantha had with numerous people online. After scoring Samantha's background and her online chat history, the officers had a list of suspects including Samantha's estranged husband, John Lezark, who had threatened to abuse her physically, and John Perez, the husband of the co-worker who was having an affair with Samantha. Detective in charge of the case testified that he had ruled out both of the suspects after the DNA and the blood samples struck to no matches with those from the crime scene. Moreover, the detective verified an alibi through cross-checking that Lezark had been home with his wife the day that Samantha was killed. The 2 suspects had also cooperated fully with the investigation. Another potential suspect in the case was Christian Posh, whom Samantha had met online too, but however, his samples did not match with those that was retrieved from Samantha's house. Eventually, the detective was able to track down Russell. Besides the matches of DNA and palm prints, the prosecutor had also gone and brought up mysterious circumstances of his wife Tara's death in Nebraska, which had been ruled as a death from pneumonia. The authorities had requested the opinion of the forensic pathologist who had initially studied Russell's wife's body. A new autopsy could not be conducted because the body had been cremated. A new pathologist assigned to the wife's death studied photographs and found wounds and abrasions from burst blood capillaries in Tara's face, which had not been previously stated in the records. The bruises were said to have occurred after Tara returned home the night she had died. Prosecutors said that at the time only Russell was there in the couple's trailer. Russell had also reportedly never been cooperative with the investigators in Nebraska. Prosecutor further added that Russell also had been uncooperative and the investigators. They had also said that he had lied to an investigator when he had asked him about Tara's death. 3 years later, Russell was sentenced to 99 years in prison for the murder of Samantha Lezark. He is currently serving his sentence at the French Robertson unit in Abilene in Texas and will be eligible for parole in 2035 according to his prison records. Okay then everyone, so that is the case of Samantha Lezark. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.